Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par, and today I'm gonna be playing my Seablock game. In the previous episode we relocated train depot from where was it in the past? I think from here, yes, we still have a signal, to here, and yeah, and now we do not need it. Well, we basically don't need it in the old location anymore. We have a new location for it. And we got ourselves some space for tin ingot production and lead ingot production. So let's make use of that space. How are we gonna do that? We'd like to start with, let's say, these blocks. Most likely, yep. Oh, this is the output. We'll need to fix it a little bit. Right. Right, I feel like we need to improve these things a little bit. How? What can we do? Let's think. We can place the stuff here and here, and then we basically drag it up until there. So I want to swap this build from this power plant to this power plant. That's the idea. And I would also like immediately to tell the robots that they are supposed to request some lead ore and some tin ore. Good. Now, let's go. Where should we go? Let's go there. And oh, nice. Make sure these are connected, and they're not getting blown up. That is good. Now we can connect things like this, and with that done, we don't actually need this part anymore, like, at all. So all of this can be removed. We are missing some things here and there. Right. Good. And I would like to remove this power plant because we don't need it anymore. So I miss this power pole. I think that's it in terms of power poles. We are not gonna be using this part. At least I don't think so. This one is also not gonna be useful to us. Here, station is already kind of gone. Yeah, the arrow. We can remove the arrow. We can also remove this arrow. Maybe this. Two arrows. Wow, we have lots of arrows remaining here. I somehow missed all of this in the previous episode, because that was basically the focus of our previous episode. This part, do we need it? We have a lot of stuff delivered here. I don't really like that, to be honest. I have too much stuff in here, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, what should we do next? Let's think. First of all, I think we should fix this part so that the trains have quite a bit more room for their movements. Right. We are waiting for robots to build the station. The robots are not very busy, so we have lots Oh, I see. We don't have power, so robots are taking forever to recharge. That is the problem. Okay. I guess it is what it is. It's gonna take forever for us to like build anything at this rate. I am not sure I like that. But let's see what we have here. No, not here. This spot. We have lots of various stuff in here. It's okay. It is okay. Let's try to plan something. Let's say we are going to produce solder, because that's our goal. I don't know how much solder we can actually afford to produce. Let's say 600 maybe. We are going for like 8 belts. And oh no, not this process. We will be using this process that relies on tier 1 metals, and that's it. Now, if we were to speed this up to the maximum, if we had like, I don't know, 40 beacons, we need 1.88. If we have 32 beacons, 2.6 is probably not enough. 37, almost 38 is gonna be enough. 38 beacons here. Here, if we go for the best speed modules with 38 beacons, it's too much actually. Probably need 30 beacons on there. No, 32. Yep, let's say 32 beacons. So we want something like this for the solder. And the solder, and we are deleting these blocks. The solder will be built here somewhere. So I'll just try to do something. Let's say we are building 2 of this, right? And we want to have a lot of beacons around. How many? Oh no, not like that. This, like this, and like this. So if we were to place a bunch of beacons around this block, around this building, and around this building, how many beacons do we need to have? We need to have 38. And we need to send 7, no, not 7, 3.5, 3.5, so it's 4 plus 4 belts of input. 40. We need 8 belts, or at least 7 belts. 1 beacon gives us 3 belts. We need to remove 3 beacons. We'll have to add 1 extra beacon somewhere. That's fine. If we were to chase, the perfect ratios. Like these are inputs, these are inputs, like this. Okay, it's looking good. These are the inputs. Good. And we would need to have LTN requester, probably. Something like that. We actually need to get 4 belts from one side and 4 belts from another side. Or the alternative is that we don't need to mix them. We could have one material coming from one station and another material coming from another station, and we can just have them swapping, kind of like we do here. Well, not exactly, but with this idea in mind. Or maybe this would be a better. No, that's also not a good example. Because we actually need to, like, we'd want to have 4 going up and 4 going down. And I think I prefer that. I think I prefer to have this be just about tin inputs, and this be just about the LED inputs. So I have a feeling it's better if we have such distribution of the trains, because this will allow 2 trains to go to the same station at the same time. So if we split it, we can still kind of have 2 trains going to, well, different stations in that case. It's fine. Let's not overthink it. Let's not overthink it. Let's just add a requester. But that's kind of not exactly. Oh, right. One other thing. We need to connect them. So here is the output. Here is the input, and we have 2 actually options for the input. Well, okay, this one works, and the other one. Yeah, we cannot make the other one work, but this one works, and that's good. We have such connection, and now we have 3 inputs. We can get the output from one of the sides. And we'll need to figure out what to do with coolant. We'll need 1,500 of coolant here, but we also need to figure out what to do with coolant here with 1,700. Maybe we should scale the coolant with this build in mind, because here we have 1.7. Yet a little bit more. We'll have a slightly larger build for coolant, and we'll apply it here as well. One thing that we are missing here, we're actually missing collection of lead, and I think this is the kind of lead that we are interested in. And for tin, we want to use tin 3 process, basically, right? Here, how much charcoal do we need? Good, how much steam do we need? Use this process, and we are going for heat exchangers. We need 4, well, let's round this up to 600. We want to have 8 belts of tin produced and 8 belts of lead. This part. 42. Right. Why do we care about this one? I'm confused. Right. We need some beacons. Say if we have 8 beacons. 8 beacons is enough. 7 beacons is not quite enough. So we need 8 beacons for the liquefier producing carbon. Do we? Oh wait, we also need the same, pretty much exactly the same thing here. But since we need to feed them carbon, we might as well tell that carbon is the fuel, right? And here, same thing, we could say that carbon is the fuel, so we don't need to transport too many things. And here, we're going for like 30. How would it look? We need 2.8, so we need at least what? 32? I guess. And here we probably need 20, unless I'm mistaken. I think that was the ratio that we had before. Yeah, something like that. And here, if we go for 40, It should work, right? No. Wait, what? We need more? Oh, but we don't need 40. We are fine with like 24 or something. Maybe even with 20, yeah. Because we want to build 2 of this. Okay, good. Let's focus on getting that part built, and we also want to get the provider. All the things here and, well, also here. Never fully built this reactor. But yeah. Right, we have a tiny problem. It's taking forever for the robots to build anything. And yeah, I suspect it's this active provider chests that are the issue. But even this stuff is not getting built. Why is that? Right, because we don't have power. We don't have power and the mall is not working. We have to stop this. Let's do the following. We need to create an upgrade planner and tell that active providers are actually just regular storage chests. That's it. Okay. Element here, here, here. 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 Right, I think yeah, it wasn't a good idea. It was not a good idea to make these chests active providers. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's see. What are we doing next? I would like... Right, we need to like fix this part and this part. The parts where we are loading stuff from, like where we are extracting stuff from the stations. We also had an example. Right, okay, this is a good example. I'd like to copy it, and I'd like to paste it right here. It's a good one. Here I also want to do the same. Another good one. Now we also have not this part. This part. Oh, this is a bit trickier. Right, let's see. Let's say we well, we can copy this part pretty easily. Let's do this. Oh no, not here. Right here. We're copying this one, and we would like to copy this part, I think. Right. Okay, good. So we have some outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we can copy this whole block and paste it here. No. Wait, what? Alright, this part. Let's try again. Good. So now we have really good inputs. And what we need to figure out is how to connect stuff here. Let's do that like this. Let's let this go a little bit forward. This stuff, I want it sent down there. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sending it down. Copying this things, letting this go down, and we'll let a copy go up. It's going down, this is going up. Right, we'll build that part somehow. Now here I'd like to swap them. What's a good way to do that? Are we doing it anywhere? I thought we are doing... Oh, we are doing something like this. It's not exactly what we want, but it's okay. It is okay, because I'm sending this once forward. Alright. I'm sending this ones like that. And this one will come here. Okay, good. Now, what should we do? I would like to basically reuse this. No. That's not what I wanted. That's totally not what I wanted. We needed this thing done over here. We needed it here and not on the other side. We need it for solder, we don't need it for the ingots. Right, so what we need to do? I need to copy this part, paste it here, and hope it fits. Yes, kinda does. It did fit. Good. This part is completely different though. Don't care about that. We do not care about that. We just need to have how much input do we need of each type. Let's see. We need 4 inputs of tin ore. That means that, yeah, everything that we built here, it's wrong. Don't want it. Let's fix it. By removing the part completely. We're also gonna remove it from here completely. Nice. This one is gone. Like that. This one is gone, and we want to place 2 requesters. 1 requester, 2nd requester. Good. Now, then we are basically copying this thing and pasting it like that. Nice. Here, what's the process? What is the process here? We are taking oxygen. We are producing sulfur dioxide. Oh wait, for lead it's a different process. So down here we have a different process. We are getting 200 processed lead. Um, 32. 2 point... What? Oh, we need way more than that. We need a lot of our processors here. I think I see. Okay, so for lead we'll have a different configuration. Let's maybe focus on the tin now. Yeah, focusing on tin might be better, might be a bit easier. Right, this is tin, and this one is tin. So we want to get a bunch of tin. Here we can also tell that this is all only about the tin ore. Okay, so here we have tin ore. Tin, 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 tin. All that is tin. This part. Good. to delete it, I guess. No, this one. Can we turn it on already? I think so. Even if it's like partially getting turned, getting enabled, it's still gonna be fine. What else do we need for tin? We need this part with like 2 blast furnaces. We could build it right here, I feel. Because we had already something similar somewhere. Let's try to find it. This one? No. Or maybe yes. Right. This is a very, very similar setup. Like, super similar. I want it. I want to basically copy this one. And I want to paste it here. But it's not gonna work. You would need to do something like this. Right, we're deleting all the extras, and then we can paste it, and we'll have to change this part to be about tin. We can do that. Right, this is tin palette. How much output are we producing? We're producing 8 belts. Oh, that's a lot. And this one is really problematic. This one, we might get away with this one. Let's see. We will copy this block. Good, we'll paste it. Like this. And now, what we need? We need to produce a lot of carbon. But we need at least 9 beacons around it. Let's see. Let's try and do this. Right. We are. Don't we have already this thing somewhere where we are producing carbon? No, I guess. Guess we don't. At least not really. Right. So let's say we don't care about this part. We are sending input there. This could be the output. Right. This part we don't really care about. This is input. Here we have another input. How are we gonna make it work? Let's see. Like this. Right? Like this, and we need 8 beacons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we make this build look like that, I think we have it. Because this part is supposed to have enough beacons. Let's see. Here is our steam, right? We can just grab this steam and like send it up like this, probably. This like that. Good. This should give us wait, this is tin production. tin ingots. Process. So that should be it. We need to make sure that spot has 9 beacons, and I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually have 10 beacons. So it should work fine. If there are any issues with this, like with beacons here, we can just add a little bit more. Good. So this is input. Here, let's say this is ingots. Not just any ingots, but tin ingots. Input of the ore of tin ore number 1. That's what this thing is about. This is second input of tin ore. Good. We can tell that we'd like to have 100. We are interested only in the requester. We turn it on. We should have deliveries. I hope. I mean, that's the idea. It should work. Where is our tin? I want tin to be delivered here, right now. Oh. Okay. We have a tiny problem. We should copy this line, and we should add turnarounds here. Those could be pretty useful. Okay, and we are getting the thing. So tin will be delivered here, it will be processed, and it will get converted into the ingots. Oh, no, like that. Delete this. Oh, this one is bad. Oh, you know, cut it. And some space, yeah, like that. That is fine. Now let's this spot. We'll paste it here and here. Good. We are getting tin. Yeah, that is awesome. It's gonna be processed. Nice. It's been sent from both sides. And yeah, we're getting some amount of ingots out of it. Now, our real goal is to place them in here, and we cannot do it. Oh, look at this. I like this one. I want this one. Okay, I'm copying this. This is perfect, in my opinion. That's like perfect input. Oh, sorry, output station. Yep, like that. Okay, almost perfect. This one is almost perfect. Okay, like this. Like that. See, and some things here. Like that, probably. Okay, is this a good plan? I think so. Well, just build it here somehow. I think that's good enough. Oh wow, these are not ingots. I mean, these are ingots, but these are tin ingots. Got to fix them. Tin ingots output, and this is another station for tin ingots output. Okay, good. This is looking good. This part is working non-stop. We can delete this thing. Well, we need a little bit more charcoal, but I trust this build. I trust that it is gonna be given 75 charcoal per second as soon as all modules here are replaced with tier 3 speed modules. Now, this part, what is happening here? It is, we don't want to enable provider. Why are we doing this? Is it the same thing here? Oh, sorry, enable requester. We don't want to enable requester. Strange. Well, and here we have it. Here's our tin ingots production. We might even be able to figure something out for the lead, but I feel like lead is gonna end up quite a bit more complicated than tin. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's the feeling that I have, that it's gonna be harder for us to set up lead. Can we request lead? I wonder. Should we maybe establish such connection for now, and maybe even start copying these things, like charcoal. We know that we need it, and start doing that. Right, and this one is supposed to be ingots. Ingots for the lead. What is our lead? Lead ingot. Input of lead 1. Yep. It's this one. This one is supposed to be input of lead 2. Good. And here we'd like to have lead ore 200 stacks. Don't enable provider. We're turning this on. And well, and here's the problem. It's good. Okay, we got a connection. It's good that we actually don't have a filter here, because the setup here looks wrong at first glance. Looks wrong to me. How can we make it better? How can we make it better? Let's say I'm copying this. So we need 4 of these blocks first of all, right? For that. Well, or at least, I guess, at least 3. So 4 or 3? So we'll be producing a lot of sulfur dioxide gas, and we'll need some oxygen production. And then this part is kind of 1-to-1, right? So if we look at this build that we got for steel, like this part, how many beacons do we have here? We have 26 beacons, and here we have 27. So we could have here with carbon, I guess, speed modules, we could have 26 beacons quite easily. Okay, 1.57. This is great. And here 127, I said. Right, this is awesome. This is really, really good. Because what this means is that we can use that approach that we used below, just produce a lot of lead oxide and consume it here. The problem here. Wait, these are not these blocks. The main problem that I see here is the fact that these inputs, they are all over the place. They are not correct. At least 3. If we create 3 of this, how exactly are we gonna feed them the inputs? And how are we gonna be taking the output? Just doesn't make sense to me. I think we have to have 4 here. Oh, we need 5.6 volts of input. Very, very interesting. And here we have 4 volts of input and 2 volts of output, so it's actually 2 to 1. Okay, I think, and the input here, we will need basically 3 belts of input. Processing it, we'll need 3 belts going into here and 3 belts going into here. So what this tells me? It tells me that this build is actually not as bad as I initially thought, because we could have such connection here. Well, obviously this is processed lead, right? That's what we have here. We are processing the lead, and then we are allowing this, or maybe from above, we'll have to let's check. Have to take a look. This connection, right? This one is going below, actually. And this one is going above. We need to move this a little bit. We need to move this one a little bit. Maybe remove these pieces, and if we copy that and try to paste it here, we are short on space. But we can build the stuff on the other side, on this side. Shouldn't really hurt too much, and we have sulfuric acid here. Right, okay, I think we figured it out. I think it should be doable. Oh, not the best. Do something like this. Sending it here. Here we're sending it to this side. This is one input. This part is not even needed in this form. Alright. We could do something like this. And here the inputs, this distance the same. I just want to make sure kind of looks similar. Here, yeah, this part. Right, yep. No. This part looks similar to this one. Good. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So if we don't plan to connect them here, we actually don't need to change. We do not need to make any changes to the beacon layout here. So that's it. We should be getting 2 and a little bit, well, basically exactly 3. We should be getting exactly 3 belts of stuff from this block that we just built. And I feel like it should be enough for us. Maybe we could do... maybe we could drag this process stuff to the other side. Like from here. Oh, it even kind of lines up. This is nice. I like that. Right. So that will be... Oh, I started building carbon block here. I'm not sure it's a good idea. Let's pretend that it is a good idea. Have it here. Yeah, let's say we are building a carbon block on this side. There might be better options than that, but it's already almost built, right? We're already almost... Well, we basically have it already. Might as well just send the things there. So this is our carbon. It's going to be sent to the right, and we are gonna process it. And yeah, let's take a look at our tin production, the actual focus of today's build, of today's episode. Everything seems to be working here just fine. I don't see any issues. We are producing lots of tin. We are not consuming tin yet, but that is okay. And yeah, here the output is not about ingots. The output here will obviously be about, well, about ingots, but not about tin ingots. It will be about lead ingots. Lead ingots. Good. I like what I see here. I do not like the placement of this solder coils. Solder coils, we want them to be here. Here we can start building the reactor actually, because we will have to do something about these coils in the next episode. Well, or maybe we'll focus on lead. The problem with lead that I see is that we don't have lead ore, which is very, very sad. It means that we'll probably have to set up this build, like this line, just producing lead from nothing. So yeah, here we are not We don't have lead by product. Let me double check something. If we go to my Seablock planning spreadsheet and we go for ingots, how much lead do we want? Wow, that's actually a lot. We want 586 lead per second. Why do we want so much? Okay, we need a little bit lead ingots, and we need we need a lot of solder coils. Oh, interesting. So we need basically 600 lead ingots, for which we'll need 400 lead ore. Let's take a look. Right, 400 lead ore. That's what we are doing. And produce those if we use this process. And if we used a lot of prod modules, how many can we have? 40 maybe? Okay, we basically can get away with 2 of this. The trick is we need 2 belts of this, 2 belts of this, and 1 belt of that. Basically we want this thing, but doubled. Do I read it correctly? And the output will be 5.4 belts. Well, maybe slightly more depending on how we scale it. So it means that from each we'll need to have at least 3 belts. Oh, interesting. This looks kinda interesting. Right. Okay, we can think about lead in the next episode, to be honest. We can think about this in the next episode. For now, let's move our camera to this block. So let's look at this one. So we're producing a lot of tin ingots. Let's take a look at the production. Tin ingots. Right, this one. In the last hour, the production of tin ingots jumped from 1,000 to 13,000. Well, to be honest, it used to be like as high as 3.6, but right now it's significantly better, and it will become even better once, as I said, we have proper charcoal production here with tier 2 modules. And once we add a little bit, well, actually this is not the blocker now. What is the blocker? This part. We need more modules here. That's interesting. That is interesting. How much carbon do we need? We need 55 carbon, so 1 belt is enough. You can actually send 2 belts if we really wanted to. And like remove the splitter, but I just don't see the point here. I don't see a point. This thing works. And yeah, it's not waiting on anything. Good. Let's take a break, and yeah, it works even with us still having... Oh, we can remove this part. Even though we have this chests with... Oh, wait, this is almost emptied. 141, it's like nothing. Okay, yep. So it's really interesting that we almost got rid of all these chests. Right, this was the episode number... What is this? episode number 276. I hope you enjoyed the series and enjoyed the episode. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!